Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Press Podcast. We are live here, live Saturday night. This is Chaos. We're going to be talking about the biggest news stories that are happening this week. Now, we're going to start this off with something I'm pretty sure everybody knows. At this point, everybody just knows this, right? Let's see, I'm going to fix this. All right. So, pretty sure everybody knows this already. But Iran. What more is there to say? All right, we're done. Case closed. Anywho, yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah, this is. I think we believe this. I think this is the second week. We're heading into the second. It's either I can't remember if we're already heading into the second week or if not. Anywho, this is a big topic. All right, amongst everybody. What is going on? Rumble, what's going on? Okay. Anywho, this is a big topic. Trump, Hexeth, Rubio, Iran, Israel, the Jews. It's crazy. This whole thing is completely crazy. And I'm just like, what? But yes, we got Iran. We'll be talking about a lot of stuff that's been going on with Iran. The economic things about what's going on. Also some other related news. There's a bill that went on this week. I can't remember. I need to look it up, but we will do that later on. But yes, we got Iran. We got the one thing I almost forgot. What else? Oh man, it was just in my head. I remember midterms. We got elections happening in California, Texas. It's gonna be there's one district in Texas that's gonna have a runoff. Paxton did something about that. Like I said, I'm not in Texas, so I'm not 100% sure. And here in Georgia, we're not even close to midterms yet. But there's still things escalating around the entire world, around the entire world basically. But we started off with Iran. But before we do, I just want to say quick shout outs to some of our sponsors. Now, this isn't really a sponsor, but I want us to shout this out. This is called Excess Energy Drink. This is the best energy drink I have ever had. 10 calories per can in this. Well, they have like 3 different ones. So they have what they call it, the burn, and excess energy and burn. Then they also have the excess juice, which is more natural fruits, so a little bit more higher calorie intake. Excess burn. They also have juice, and then they also have the regular ones. But each of these cans do come with like less than 20 calories per can. Here, 10 calories per can, 0 sugar, 0 grams of sugar, which I love, and most of the energy that you get from vitamin B12. Now, if you don't know what vitamin B12 is, let me tell you real quick. I have to look it up. Anywho, it is great. One of my favorite. I've been drinking these for 5 years now, actually. Completely switched. Before, I used to drink a lot of Red Bulls. I didn't touch Monster. Actually, yeah, it was only Red Bulls. I only ever drank Red Bulls. This keyboard is weird. I only ever drank Red Bulls before. Wasn't really that good. But for me, it was just like it's there. Woke up early in the morning. Me being a teenager, I didn't go to sleep until about who knows how long. Sometimes I didn't even go to sleep, and I had to be at work in the next morning. So it was a wild run. It was a wild run. But that's why I am glad I found these out. These are actually created by Amway. If you guys don't know Amway, great company. I've been a business partner, independent business owner with them for about 5 years now. So that's exactly why I even switched to Excess. But these things have been great. Great for the body. Love them. These actually do keep me up, and I don't have that sugar high, and I don't have a sugar crash afterwards, which, you know, Red Bull gives you, right? But vitamin B12, this has about, I believe it should be 6,960% of vitamin B12. 6,000%. And obviously, vitamin B12 supports the foundation of healthy red blood cells. Helps produce normal, properly shaped red blood cells that carry oxygen throughout your body, which obviously that's what oxygen does. I mean, that's what the blood cells do. If you don't, then yeah. B12 also helps maintain the nerve health and function. Vital for the development. There's some words I can't pronounce, but insulation of nerve fibers. It is called sorry, yeah, I can't pronounce these words. Anywho, helps with the DNA, aids energy metabolism, and supports the brain and mood function. So all of these cans, all these functions, they come with a lot of vitamin B12. I believe there are some cans that actually come with a lot more, but these things are great. They have great taste, great flavors. I'll actually put the link to the description. Yeah, I'll put the link to the description down below so that you guys can have it, and it is there for y'all. Hold up. Hold on, let me get that link for you guys. I need to remember where I put the link. It's been so long since I've had to actually pull it up. I just normally save it somewhere. But anyway, these guys have been great. They also do come. They're in a lot of other stuff, not just energy drinks, but they also have great protein. I just finished a bag of protein, and I'm getting some new ones coming soon. They also have great muscle multipliers. There's a lot of stuff that they have. A lot of stuff that they have going on. What is going on? Yeah, I think I might be doing too much on this PC, honestly. Might be doing too much. Just let me get this thing settled. If I could find it. Don't know why I still have this. Not in school no more. Delete that. Boom. Here it is. Alright, so I will put that in the description for all of you. Man, there's so much stuff I have to do on here. This is actually crazy. Go here. Sorry for the delay, guys. I am getting things set. Come on. Anywho, yes, we got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of crazy stuff. Super excited for everything. It's one thing I want to just shout out. So there we go. It's on YouTube, on the YouTube thing. Actually, don't need to do all that. Let's go here and make sure it's added on Rumble. This is my personal website. You guys can go on there, search it up. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. So, all that to say, there's a lot of stuff going on throughout this entire week, right? We have Iranian war. Yeah. Iranian war, all this going on. We have the midterms. Some states there will no. I'm mainly focused on Texas because there is one candidate, that one Democratic primary that I we'll get into that. We will get into that. But anywho, we have a lot of stuff. Also, yesterday, they believe it happened last night. Southwest Airlines, a flight from Tennessee to Florida, had to stop here in Atlanta, because there was a bomb threat. Security issues, they say. Yeah. So there's a lot going on. But we are here. We're going to talk about it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So, the U.S.-Iran war. Now, there's a lot going on, right? Now, I'm just going to give you the gist of it. Trump told Iran, hey, you have this amount of time. Surrender, stop the war, all this good stuff. Gave him the amount of time. They didn't do nothing, so he was like, okay. He went in there and started striking them. And I mean striking them. It was, how do I say this? As a Christian, I will say this. From a biblical standpoint, there's obviously good and evil. I don't believe in gray areas. I really don't. There's two sides. There's always a side to this. There's always a side. But Iran was not doing. Iran is the bad guys. Iran is the bad guys, 100%. Trump gave them the chance, the opportunity to end this peacefully. They didn't take it, and so we said, okay, well, they're about to get nukes. We're not letting that happen. And I want to tie this back to what happened beforehand. So Trump went to Iran, bombed the place, said that they got rid of all the nukes. Apparently that wasn't happening. That was a bad move on Trump's end. I'm not going to give him any slack for our. I'm not going to say I'm not going to give him that, but I'm not going to give him that. He said that they got rid of all the bombs. They did not. So this is why we're in this situation right now. But Iran, or Iran, or Iran, however you want to say it, they were a threat, not just to us, but to the entire world. If they got nukes, it would have been done, right? So we said, no, that's not going to happen. Came in there, strike them. Then they retaliated, but not to us. They did hit some of our emissaries in, parts of the Middle East and everything, but one of the stupid things they did, and actually, I'm going to pull this up. Let's see. What places? I'm going to pull this up for you guys. I want to see if I can get, I want to see if I can get, I remember why I do not use this website or this profile, because here we go. Damn. Bum, bum, bum. So I am trying to pull up for you guys. Once I find out, pull up. Make sure I pull it up on there. Oh yeah, that's not what I want to find. It's not what I want to find whatsoever. Man, it's not giving me what I want. What I want to find. Strikes, hits. Can you give me a list? I swear, Google doesn't want to work for me. You know what? That's what we got. That's why we have AI. So we're going to go on Grok. All right then. Give me a list of places bombed. This is why we have Iran. Oh no, I don't want recent escalation. Okay, here we go. So this is what Grok has showed me. They've bombed Israel, U.S. bases and assets across the Middle East, including Iraq, Qatar, Bahrain, I believe is what it's called, Kuwait, United Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Jordan. But they are also completely stupid and have attacked civilians that had nothing to do with the war. No, they're still striking Israel, but they've hit other Middle Eastern countries outside of Israel. Just it's just like what? Yeah, it's very confusing. But yeah, it's just confusing. Iran, I don't know what they're doing. Let me pull this up for you guys. This whole thing happened. When was this? Last February. In February. I'm pulling this up for you guys. This is actually a whole lot. Okay, so pull up this list for you guys. Make that a little bit bigger. Here we go. Make this a little bit bigger. Oh, that's too big. All right. Hope you guys can see this. Let me check and make sure you. All right. So these are a summary of the main places and locations Iran is targeted with missile, drone, or other strikes here in 2026, primarily since late February, amid the ongoing U.S. Israel-Iran war. Now, Israel nationwide bombings, including population centers like Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, Haifa, and Beit Shemesh. I have no idea how to pronounce any of these names, but we are trying. Okay, we're trying over here. Multiple waves of ballistic missiles and drones. Yep. So, but Iran focused on U.S. assets in slash near the capital of Manama. U.S. Navy Fleet, Fifth Fleet Headquarters, Naval Support. Reports of explosion fire structural Qatar, primarily U.S. base, military bases. Kuwait, again, U.S. bases and infrastructure. They hit the Kuwait International Airport, or areas around near the Kuwait International Airport in Kuwait City. Fired at civilian buildings like social security offices from strikes, which is completely stupid. This country has these guys they're not. Yes, they are invested in making sure that Israel does not have nukes, so that they're not doing some stupid stuff like this. But they're not a part of this war, so I don't know why they think it's okay to do all this. I don't know why. Ow. where am I at? Ha! I'm here. So yes, don't know why they plan to do all that. Anywho, United Arab Emirates, military and economic atomics, Al Dafa Air Base, Jebel Airport, Ali Airport, Fujairah Air Base, and areas around them, including in Ade. I swear, I know how to say this word, but it's not coming out my mouth. Abu Dhabi, I guess, and Dubai, including marina and industrial zones. Drone missiles intercepted or impacted. They hit a hotel in Dubai. What? Saudi Arabia, which includes various military and oil-related sites. Now, this is one that pisses me off the most because I am feeling it right now. I'm feeling it right freaking now, especially with gas prices. And I have to go and get gas tomorrow. It's awesome because, whew, man. Prince Sultan Air Base, based in Radarat, bases in Rehead, Tabuk, Kamis Mishat, and Jeddah area. Ras Tanura oil refinery drone strikes causing limited fire. Eastern province sites intercepts over Rajid and elsewhere. Jordan and Iraq. U.S. Israel. Yeah. Other strikes in those regions heard Victoria based in back then. Additionally, Iran has fired hundreds of ballistic missiles, nearly 1,000 drones across these targets since the war escalated, with claims of hitting 14 plus U.S. positions. Some Gulf states, Oman, saw limited or unconfirmed drone strikes on infrastructure and tankers. Iranian president, whatever his name is, recently stated attacks on neighbors would halt unless provoked, but strikes continued in some cases. Civilian impacts have occurred. So they have hit civilian industries and infrastructures. Israel and Gulf cities from near misses or intercepts, though most focus on military and U.S. assets. So, yes, now, they did focus more on, other states or the U.S. military bases and stuff, but they still hit other civilian infrastructure. One thing I heard is that they actually hit a school somehow. Don't know how. But this is something I'm just like, yo, come on. You guys could do better. 100% you guys could do better than that. Now, Trump. He has repeatedly demanded Iran's unconditional surrender. So they gave him a warning. And now it's surrender or else. And we've already taken out the regime leader. I can't remember his name. They've already taken this guy out. They took out the guy that was going to replace him. The Alatoya. Yeah. I don't know. I can't. I'm still trying to figure out how to pronounce all these words. But anywho, he's giving them a warning, and he says, "Okay, you need to surrender, or we're not going to stop." And we have been striking those military bases, the missiles, everything that they have, trying to cripple them forever. Warning that the country will hit very hard, including statements like, "Today, Iran will be hit very hard." So, yes, and knowing Trump, he's not a pushover. It's going to happen. Attending identified transfer ceremony for 6 U.S. service members killed in the conflict from the attack in Kuwait. That is unfortunate. That is one downside. I mean, it is unfortunate that 6 U.S. service military members did lose their life. But if we didn't do it now, then when? They're an immediate threat. I'm not gonna say that their lives were not worth it, but if we didn't do it, who else would? Plus, the Iranian people asked for Donald Trump to come and help them. The Iranian people, the people themselves, and I've seen it all over X. A few on TikTok. My TikTok isn't really focused on like political stuff, but my X that most definitely is. They're asking for it. They're showing pictures of them burning the Ayatollah picture. We reconnected. Yeah, we reconnected. All right, sweet. Lost connection there for a second, but we're back in business. Yeah, we are back in business. And figure out why OBS does all that. But anywho, U.S. and Israel strikes have intensified. It's going to keep on going. Iran has retaliated with missile attacks on the U.S. bases in the Gulf and attempted strikes on neighbors. Some of them intercepted. Death tolls in Iran are reported in the thousands by some sources, while U.S. losses include the 600 service members. So, I will say, if we want to call this a war, which a lot of people are calling it a war, death toll on their side is a lot higher than ours. I'm not like I said, it is we shouldn't be. How do I say this? We're not going to. I don't know how to say this. It is sad that people are dying, but it is a war at this point. There will be losses, but we're doing it to where our losses are very minimal. Yeah. One other thing is that American citizens aren't liking it, especially conservatives, which I think you guys are. Something's wrong with y'all. Now I understand. I understand the whole thing. Trump said no new wars. He's got us into one. Some people immediately flip to the other side, trying to be like, "Oh my gosh, Donald Trump! Oh, he said no new wars." Look, yes, he did promise no new wars, but when you have an enemy who wants you dead, and right now they are an immediate threat to not just us, but to the whole world. We taking you out, okay? We are taking you out. Look, I am all for it. If there is an immediate threat, they need to be taken out. Now, what Iran has been doing in conflict, how do I say, in retaliation, you're stupid. That's it. You're just stupid. That regime is completely retarded. Okay? Completely retarded. Yeah. Completely. Like I don't understand what you guys are doing. We gave you warnings. You didn't take them. Okay. Here we go. Now, I will say, some people are. I'm not gonna say they're stupid, but what? There's a lot of conservatives, a lot of right wing people, a lot of Republicans, whatever you want to call them. They are saying that, oh my gosh, The president did it for the Jews, for the Jews. Oh my gosh, we don't have a president. Our president is Israel. Y'all are stupid. Like, come on, use your head. Do you really think that an imminent threat, not just to us, yes, Israel acts as, hey, we need your help. Okay, so what? Let me tell you, if they are an immediate threat to us, we're going to go and eliminate them. We're not going to hit. We're not going to be here waiting for them to gain nuclear power. Just so what? For what? So then they could. Yeah. Look, there's a lot going on. I'll say that much. There's a lot going on. But you should not betray your side just because there's one thing that you don't like. Okay. What thing has Trump done that you do like? I'll tell you. Immigration. They believe the number is probably around like 600,000. That's 600,000 illegal immigrants that have been deported. The number actually jumps to like over 3 million if you count self deportations. There's almost 4 million deportations happening, including self deportation. So if you guys want to count that, there's that. Rumble, what are you doing? But yeah, I mean, almost 4 million deportations. What is he gonna do? The economy. Now, I will say this. Yes, the economy is not where we want it to be yet, but it's getting there. It is getting there. I will tell you that 100%. Why? Trump just passed a law saying that no investment companies can buy single family homes. Okay, so now there's more houses available for you since we've had close to 4 million deportations, a lot of them being self deportations. How do I say this? A lot of them being self deportations that more houses are coming up. There will be more jobs for us. A lot of them took a lot of like lawn care jobs or construction jobs. I'm pretty sure those are about to surge. But all in all, I mean, the economy is improving. In the short term, right now, it might not look like it, but I can see down the road. No, I just talked to a few other people. They one guy said, what do you say? Like, give it 6 months at most, 3 months. He said, give it 3 months, at the very least 3 months. 6 months, but in like 6 months, the economy will improve. So it's not about the short term; it's about the long term. You know, we have to stop thinking short term, start thinking long term. Right now, yes, because of the war, gas prices have gone up, and I know I've seen it. I am living it. I still own a gas car. So yes, I do feel that. And before it was like what, 280, now it's like 320, 330. Yeah. Near where I live, I get some pretty cheap gas. But yeah. Okay. For me, I see it as, okay, this is something that's gonna happen in the short term. I will fight through it, and then in the long term, I know it will improve. And then another thing about it, there's been a lot of during these midterms, people are saying that they're really conservatives and right wing people who supported Trump are saying, oh, because of this war, I'm not gonna vote, and I'm gonna vote for a Democrat. Those are probably two of the most dumbest moves you can make. I will tell you that right now. if Democrats get power again. And it was crazy that my brother, even my own brother, he is most definitely left wing, he says Democrats need to be in power so that we could impeach Trump. Look, if he gets impeached, I'm going to tell you this right now. There's nobody else that I can think of except for J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, the whole Trump administration, really, that could be able to push Trump's agenda. Which, honestly, the best person for that is Trump himself. But, look, there's so much in these that how do I say this? There's a lot that goes into all this, but people that say that because of this war they're not going to vote in the midterms, because of this war they're not because of this war they're gonna vote Democrats, and I'm gonna tell you this right now: if that does happen, you guys are screwing yourselves over royally. It is now. It is now that we have to keep on fighting. We have to keep on fighting, keep on pushing, keep on going through, and everybody else that says all this, oh, Trump isn't for people, yada blah 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 blah. If you really do believe that, then let's see if you could do better. Let's see if you could do better. I mean, if you think Trump is not doing a good job, try to do better. Try it, please. Look, I'm not gonna say Trump is a good or Trump is a perfect person. I'm not gonna say Trump is perfect, but I mean, he gets the job. He gets the job done. The people voted for him, both in the popular. He won the popular votes and the electoral votes. Look, just because of one thing does not mean you should flip sides, right? There's no possible way that happens. It's completely stupid if it does. Now, some of the economic fallouts, not just on gas. Oil prices have surged to levels not seen since 2023, or even record highs in some reports, contributing to stock market drops, a weak U.S. jobs report, and broader economic strain. Concerns over missile interceptor shortages and global supply distribution. So, yeah. I mean, okay. Look, I see this, like I said before, this is all of them in the short term. Short term, yes, this is happening. We're going to have to bite a bullet. We're going to have to eat this. We're going to have to bite down, and just tough it through. But in the long term, it will improve. Now, the shorter this war is, a much better position that we will all be in. A lot of people will still approve Trump if it is short. And honestly, I believe this is probably going to be the last week. I think this is going to be the last week. I truly do believe that. This upcoming week will be the last week of the war. And if not, I believe by next weekend. Just by seeing how everything is going, I believe by either next week Friday, by next week or next weekend, this war will be over. You don't have to believe me. That's fine. But just by seeing what I've seen, listening to what I've been listening to, I believe by next Friday at the very latest, or by next Sunday, whichever one comes true, this war will be over. That's what I believe. Let me know down below. Actually, let me check call sheet. Let me check call sheet. If I spelled it right, yeah, I did. So those are elections. Let's see. Continue as myself. You can't sign this up because there's no compliance. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. Ha 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 ha. Anywho, let us see. Grand War 8. Not looking at that. What will Trump say this week? What will Trump say this month? I'm not really looking at that. I want to see if I can see. I wonder if there's a prediction market for it, actually. Let me see. To close the Strait of Hormuz. Will Donald Trump visit Iran? Will the U.S. reopen its embassy in Iran? Who will visit Iran by July? Will the U.S. recognize? What will Trump say this week? Will become a democracy this year? The United States to meet with Iran before July. I am not seeing nothing on Kashi. Come on, Kashi. Well, let me see if I can say U.S.-Iran war end soon. Nothing? For real? There is one that says if they will effectively close the Strait of Hormuz, which China has been getting a lot. For 7+ days. Let's see, the strait is considered effectively closed when the 7-day moving average commercial vessels decreased 100% or more compared to the 7-day moving average 30 days prior to the alleged closure. So yeah, this is actually a close market. Before May, 92%. Before August, 91%. Before 2027, 92%. Wow. So yeah, see how much money. If you invested $1,000, you get $61 back. Now, if you say no, right? You say no, put down $100. You're making, that's a lot of money. Anyway, I don't have that type of money to spend on there, but yeah, I believe the war will be ending soon. Yeah, I believe the war will end soon. I would say give it by, like I said, next weekend. It will end. 100%. It will end. It will end by next weekend. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. It's something I have to figure out. And we're back. So, yes, I say by the end of this week or next weekend. I think that's when war will be over. That's what I say. Now, will it? I don't know. But we'll see. We will see. Now, some other related political moves that's been happening. Congress has rejected some world powers resolutions to limit Trump's actions, which I don't understand. Why would they try to what? Luckily they rejected it. But That's basically Trump's whole department. Anything foreign that goes to Trump, I don't understand. Anywho, but yes, Trump has fired Kristi Noem, the DHS, well, former DHS secretary, and I'll say good. Yeah, she's terrible. Um, she hasn't really done a good job as a DHS secretary. Next person should be Pam Bondi. You guys tell me what you want to know. You guys tell me what you know. Comment down below. Let me know. But Kristi Noem is being replaced with Senator Mark Wayne Mullin. I think. I look. I'm just gonna say this. I want another Tom Homan. I want somebody who would go in there, do the job, not worry about the press or what to say or try to. Oh snap! Thunderstorming over here. If I get cut, y'all know why. But anywho, yes, I just want somebody who's able to do the job. And yeah, I want somebody who does the job. Okay? I don't care. DHS. Do your job. That's all they have. That's all I need. But she's being moved, basically. Like the Shield of Americas. The Kristi Noem is now being the head of the Shield of Americas, which is a new summit happening in Miami, which is focusing on the Latin America amid the war. So we haven't forgotten about the narco terrorist, okay? We still going after him. Still going after him. That's one of the great things about Trump. This man is just like, okay, well, we got this going on. Still got to figure out on this. So yeah, but that has overshadowed a lot of things going on, like severe weather, tornadoes happening in Michigan and Oklahoma, killing several people. Winter Olympics and a few other domestic politics. This conflict raises fears of wider regional envelopments, NATO implications with Iranian strikes near Turkey, and doubts about regime change in Iran. The regime definitely does need to change. But yeah, but for actual real-time updates, because please don't get anything from me. Do your own due diligence, search up everything, go to CNN, NPR, NBC, or Fox News. The situation evolves rapidly. Check all sources. Doesn't matter if they're left-leaning, doesn't matter if it's liberal or the legacy mainstream. Look at all sources. Check from both sides. Pray for discernment and for the truth to come out. Yeah, that has been Iran. It's been a long one. On to some other exciting news, I will say. I don't know if you call this exciting, but Texas's primaries. Most importantly, one of the Democrat primaries. Now, I will say, I need to tell you this right at the mic, okay? I need to fix it. Jasmine Crockett has lost. Thank God. Anywho, now the person she lost to, I don't know if he was a better option. Now, a lot of people are trying to raise him as a Christian Democrat. So honestly, this is my honest opinion. I don't believe you could be a Christian and a Democrat. The Democratic Party believes in too much woke secular things. But this guy, James Tallarico, apparently he's a pastor. I don't know what the freak he is. But he is everywhere, been state places. I guess you can call it that. I don't know. But apparently he has been a pastor. He says that God is non-binary, which hearing that really wanted me to. I really wanted to punch him in the face. I was like, bro, there's no way you are blaspheming in the name of God. You are a freaking heretic. You are a Satanist. You are not a Christian. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to. I have a few words for him. Okay, I have a few words, but yeah, I don't believe he was a much better choice than Jasmine Crockett. I do not believe that, and I will not believe it. Especially, that's one thing that I get really frustrated is people who claim to be Christians but say stuff that does not happen from the Bible. Take stuff out of context. Like I said, he's a clip I've seen. He has said that, what was it? He said that God asked Mary for consent. What? That baffles me. God asked Mary for consent? Huh? There's no way. There's actually like no way that, like, let me pull up the verse for you. We're still on Grok, okay? I'm gonna ask Grok this, okay? AI is a great tool, but do not let it be your master. This AI chat box, AI pornography, yo, get that done. Get that out of here. Okay? Get that out. But let me ask you this. What is the Bible? So we're going to for consent. He also says that Mary could have aborted Jesus. What? How does that make sense? So, Luke 1. Oh no, I don't want the NIV translation. No. No. Not translation. Yeah. Give me the King James translation or NSAB or something, not the NIV. No NIV. I read directly from King James. Passage. So, the angel Gabriel appears to Mary, a virgin betrothed to Joseph, which is true. Gabriel says she has found her favor with God and will conceive and give birth to a son named Jesus, who will be called the Son of the Most High, the Son of God. Mary asks, how can this be, since she is a virgin? Gabriel explains it will be by the power of the Holy Spirit. Mary responds, I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled. So, Luke 1:38. So I'll give you the King James version. Let me get my Bible, actually. To be much more fulfilling. So we go into the book of Luke. Oh, almost passed it. All right, so in Luke 1:26 through 36. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I want to see if I can find it. This is something that baffles me. Let's see. Then said Mary unto the angel, how shall this be, seeing I know not a man? Seeing as she is not married, or has not been in bed with a man, has not have sex with a man, which is another thing I get into. We can definitely get into all that. We will be going to Rumble in a little bit soon. But let's finish this out. And the angel answered and said unto her, The Holy Ghost shall come unto thee, and the power of the highest shall overshadow thee. Therefore also that holy thing which shall be born of thee shall be called the Son of God. And behold, thy cousin Elizabeth, okay, so yeah. Oh yeah. And behold, thy cousin Elizabeth, she hath also conceived a son in her old age, and this is the 6th month with her, who was called barren. Also, I started from verse 34. I'm now on 36, going on to 37. For God, not or for with God nothing shall be impossible. 38. And Mary said, Behold, the handmaid of the Lord, be it unto me according to thy word. And the angel departed from her. So, where did God ask her for consent? When she basically said, let the God's will be known, basically. Let God's work do its work, basically. Like, James Tellerico. Okay. James Tellerico. This is my message to you. Probably won't even hear this. Read the Bible. Like, actually read the Bible. Don't take nothing out of context. Don't say God is non-binary when God himself calls. That's another thing I don't understand. There's another thing I just don't understand. How is it that you can call God non-binary, saying he has both masculine and feminism traits? Okay, that's understandable. Yes, God does have both. But you don't respect his pronouns. LGBTQ 2A plus whatever freaking community. You don't respect his pronouns, but you expect other people to respect your pronouns. That does not make any sense. God is clearly he, him. He's the Father from the Bible. It says it himself. That really pissed me off. But anywho, if you guys are on YouTube, thank you for showing. Thank you for coming by. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below. Ask me any questions you want. But we are going to go over to Rumble because I'm about to go into some stuff that will get me demonetized on YouTube if I haven't already. So check me out on YouTube. I'll see you guys there.